On this show, we talk about the wedding and bridal season being here.
Yes, and I will be at the first show of the season tomorrow.
Oh, awesome. Are you going to marry people right at the bridal show?
Well, that would be fun, but I need to rent out the bus and hire out my DJs and mention my new wedding barn, and I got a wife in there.
Ooh, wedding barn venue. That's awesome. Hey, you know what else would be more awesome? Look at my background and my shirt. We can interview Will Wheaton because he's an LA Kings fan, and that's Star Trek.
All characters, events, and interviews in this show, even those based on real people, are entirely fictional. All celebrity voices and answers are impersonated by untrained individuals. This is just for fun and is how we would like the conversation to go.
Welcome to What Happened in the World Today. I'm Steve.
And I'm Scott, and this is a tale of how bad life decisions led to a YouTube show.
And this is Scott's 224th time trying to say that properly. This is a tale of how bad life decisions led to a YouTube show. You can tell I wrote that because Scott still struggles with it because he goes, this is a bad life decision. I go, if it was a good life decision, we'd be way farther along and have extra money. And be able to
one of the things I noticed when I was, watching our shows is sometimes I don't say that clearly, and I was trying to enunciate better.
I was trying to enunciate better. Put a pencil. You got a pencil or a pen?
I got a screwdriver.
Put it in your mouth.
It's a 10-in-1, which I don't quite understand because I only count 8 things that this thing has.
Pull the screws out. Take that out. No, stop. Put that back. All right, let's count them together. Okay. So there's 1, 2, right? Flip it over. That's 2, right?
Yep. 3, 4.
And there's 3, 4, right?
Okay.
Now stop.
Here, right?
Stop. Pull that back out. Look down that tube. Look down the tube. You know what that is? It's a nut driver.
Oh.
3, 4, 5.
Yeah,
then on the other side, there's 5.
Yes.
Guess what? That's a different size.
I see that now. That's where they come up with the 10. 8, 4, 4, and 2. Yep. Okay.
The nut driver. So what you need to do is you need to take a pen, put it in your mouth like this, and then be able to talk so that you can understand what I'm saying, and then the enunciation will be better. So then you can be a ventriloquist. Your husband and put metal in your mouth anyways. Back scratcher. So you can be like Terry Fader, or I can't think of the name of the girl or the name of the guy that won America. He's got talent also. Paul Zierden. Wait a minute. Did Terry Fader win, Paul Zierden win, and that little girl win? 3 ventriloquists have won America's Got
Talent. What do you get when you cross an elephant with a rhinoceros?
Try again.
What do you get when you cross an elephant with a rhinoceros?
Elephino?
Correct.
Now you try saying that.
I just did.
No, you said correct. Say Elephino.
Elephino.
No, with the thing in your mouth.
Too late. It started to taste really bad.
Oh, it is Darcy Lynn.
Okay.
So Darcy Lynn won. Paul Zierden won. That's crazy.
Cuckoo bonkers.
So AGT, people like ventriloquists all of a sudden. I never realized that before.
Well, it's one of those weird things. It goes up and down. I mean, obviously.
Well, yeah, the mouth goes up and down.
Yeah.
Hello, Steve. Hey, how are you?
Back in the day, the original ones with TV and stuff back in the 50s and 60s, they were hot. And then in the 70s, they were considered stupid again.
I don't have a sock, so I can't do a puppet.
But Jeff Dunham, of course.
Hello. How are you? Hi, Scott. Hi. My name is Steven Hand. I'm Steven Hand. All right, whatever. What about Jeff Dunham?
Well, Jeff Dunham is the one who, a decade ago made it really popular.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah, because he kind of like souped it up, instead of, doing the multiple characters and doing it in rapid fire. that just raised it to another level. Now, it's bringing it back. People are enjoying it again.
Okay.
But anyway, everybody realizes that we just had Valentine's Day. And
everybody realizes that? For those of you who have not realized it, Valentine's Day is over.
Yes.
But this is the weekend where you can take people out and say, well, Valentine's Day was on a Thursday. So it's the weekend. Let's celebrate now.
Right.
Bailed yourself out of that one.
But do you know what happens most frequently on Valentine's Day?
Women get candy.
Yes. What else do they get?
Headaches. No, not tonight, honey. I have a headache.
That's not necessarily what they get. That might be what they say, but no. The number one thing that happens on Valentine's Day that has nothing to do with food.
Oh, I was going to say reservations at a restaurant. Oh, they swallow rings.
Yes,
because
they do.
Because they hit them in desserts. They go to the emergency room.
It is the number one day of the year for proposals. And it also, of course, means it is now bridal show.
Oh, yes, bridal show season. And WPPI is going to be here in Las Vegas at the end of the month.
I thought it was WKRP.
No, WPPI is wedding photographers and portraits and wedding and portrait photographers.
Yes, you used to
Wedding and Portrait Photographers International.
Yes.
And I have my ticket, and I'm actually going to go so I can go see all my old friends who I haven't seen in 8 years.
This is my bridal shows.
That's your bridal show booth.
Yes.
So what do you push? What do you offer? Do you offer limo and DJ packages?
Yes.
Or do you offer limo packages and then DJ packages? Or what do you offer?
I have both. And I also have a new slideshow that I created, which will be at the show tomorrow. That also has our show and my cooking show on it, just because.
Nice. Because you're an entertainer and people want to be with somebody.
There's all the different things I do. Plus, I'm going to be casually mentioning that come this fall, theoretically, the wedding barn venue will be available.
Oh, yeah. That would be awesome. A destination wedding barn is a very cool thing. And maybe we just dump all the trucks and everything, and I come back there and help you with that.
There you go. What trucks?
The buses.
Oh, the buses. The buses, yeah. Hey, the buses are helping me pay for this because this is a lot of money.
Right. Well, they'll help you pay for it now, but then when you get that, we do. Have you not watched the Hallmark romance TV shows where they have the wedding venue and that's all the money they need and they're super, super successful?
Oh, yeah. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
But then again, not only do I have the venue, I'm the DJ, I'm the minister so I can marry them, and we, of course, do the transportation. You mentioned that as part of your packages right now? Oh, yes, I do.
I got a question for you.
I have an answer for you.
Do you have you should do a mobile wedding where,
I've done those.
Oh, you do? Where the DJ and everybody's on the bus and you guys never stop and you get married on the bus?
Well, we usually go to a park and I marry them in the park.
I would just marry them on the move.
Then I would have to have a different driver.
But that would still be cool though, right? Where'd you get married? On I-15 going 70 miles an hour.
There you go. No, I don't think any of my buses do. That's not true. My small bus does 70 miles an hour.
That would be cool, right?
But the two big buses that we usually use for the mobile weddings, 63.
Going 60 miles an hour. I got married. Hey, this is a fast wedding. I got married at 60 miles an hour. Baby.
Yeah, I got married going down Highway 43 to Milwaukee to a Brewers game. Got married on the way.
That'd be cool.
So, yeah, that is kind of fun.
Oh, I hate this weather. This weather is killing me. The heat's on in the studio. Because the heat's on the studio, I'm all dry. Because I'm all dry, I can't breathe.
Which is really weird because usually it's
when I can't breathe. I don't have enough oxygen. I yawn to get more oxygen. Man.
Breathe.
I can't breathe. That's a problem. Man.
So, Anyway, since we do have the bridal shows coming up, tomorrow's my first one. I've got another one in Janesville.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I thought we would do a genuine positivity message about marriage.
Okay. So, but I have a question to ask you. You said that this is Robert Quillen. Robert Quillen is not only a guy who's done a lot of quotes, but he's also a humorist. So is this quote serious, or is this one of his?
Maybe we can try to get him in on an interview and find out.
Right now?
Not right now.
Oh, in the future.
Do you have his phone number?
Well, we'd have to, he's passed away.
Oh, that would be really hard.
he died in 1948, but we could do a seance.
Now that would be cool.
I should get my buddy Dixie Dooley, who's an awesome magician here in Las Vegas. He does a seance show.
I made a mistake of having a problem with my plow truck with all the snow we had that I forgot to double check. Because you always nail me, so I've been really researching these people so that I know what I'm talking about, and you got me on this one.
How'd I get you on it?
Because I couldn't remember who Robert Quillen was.
Oh, you think it was Robert Guillaume?
Oh, that'd be cool. But he's dead too, isn't he? No, he's all right.
I remember. But yeah, this guy was born in like 1887. So.
See, now he'd be really old.
He wrote the movie Life Begins at 40.
Cool.
So that's very cool. All right, but back to his genuine positivity quote, which I actually liked. His genuine positivity quote is,
"A happy marriage is the union of two good forgivers."
Right there it is. Because you know what? And I tell people that too. Remember my advice? What was my advice on when you want to have a relationship with somebody? Do you remember?
Make sure you don't have bad breath.
No. Take a look at the person. Find all of the things that they do right now that drive you crazy. Find the top 5. Take the top 5 and go, okay, if they continue to do this for the rest of their life, will I be able to deal with it? Not them. Will they change? No. Will I be able to change? So you have to forgive them for those things they're going to do to make you crazy. And he's right. If you forgive them from that, then you'd have a good marriage.
Yes. Because if all you do is think about how you're going to change the person you're marrying, it almost never works out that way.
It's not going to work because they're not going to change. And yeah, it's just frustrating. So.
And actually, that may not necessarily be true. It's just that change takes a very long time. But
plus, why would you want to change them? You fell in love with them for who they were. If you fell in love with them because they were a challenge or a change, then you've changed who they are, and then you may not be in love with them.
That is correct.
I know. That's why I said it.
I thought you said it because you thought I would like to hear you say it.
Oh, no. I forgive you for that.
Okay. I'm thinking it's time
we talked about what's behind you.
Yes.
Right? Now let's talk about me. Well, let's talk about what's behind me and what I'm wearing.
Well, okay.
That'll give you an idea who our guest is going to be.
Behind you is a replica of the Starship Enterprise hanging from the ceiling somewhere.
Well, this was an old picture from when it was the Star Trek experience over at the time it was the Hilton, Las Vegas Hilton, where Elvis played. Yeah, Elvis.
Thank you very much.
Now, that's long since closed. I forget when it closed, but it closed a long time ago. It is now the Oxygen, Westgate. It is now the Westgate. So, who can we bring on an interview that has to do with the LA Kings hockey fan and Star Trek? I'll go get him, and you figure it out.
I'm going to have to say, wait. I bet you he's really big in Dungeons and Dragons, too. If I'm right, let's see. We got Star Trek, LA Kings, Dungeons and Dragons.
You're right. I have a small face.
It's a very small face. Will Wheaton. Hi, Will.
Very small face, Will Wheaton, yeah. I unfortunately couldn't find a bigger picture because I do a lot of interviews now, apparently. Apparently, all I do is go on panels and do interviews. And because you like the people who have beards that have the beards on there, I couldn't cut the beard out. So it kind of fits funny.
It does, but that's all right.
But it works.
It does.
Hi, I'm Will Wheaton.
So, hi, Will. Thanks for coming on the show.
Hey, no problem. So, did you know I'm older than you think I am?
Did I know that you're older than I think you is?
Yeah, how old do you think I am? Without looking.
Well, I'm going to say you're mid-40s.
Yeah, well, I am mid-40s. I'm 46 years old.
Yeah.
I'm almost 50.
I'm more than 50, so I can
Well, you got to
relate.
remember Star Trek, The Next Generation was like 20 years ago.
That is correct.
And it's hard to believe that it was 20 years ago. And of all the things that I've done since then now.
Well, that's one of the things I think is really cool because one of the biggest problems child actors have, and you're not obviously a child actor any longer.
No, that's the problem. That's one of the biggest problems they have is they're not child actors anymore.
Correct. So since you were typecast as the nerdy Will Crusher, it made it more difficult for you to go on from there. But I think you did a great job in, especially with the Big Bang Theory. I just love you playing yourself.
Oh, yeah, well, I play myself as a Big Bang, but I also play Professor Proton now. Don't forget. Now Professor Proton, I took over from Bob Newhart. It was really cool working with Bob Newhart, actually, just so you know. Bob Newhart is so quick and so funny. It is amazing that guy has the comedic timing that he has.
He does. And I remember seeing him in his first major role, which was a war movie of all things.
That first one you saw him. Yeah, crazy. But did you know that I'm a writer also, that I wrote, and I write books, and I create a publishing company called Monolith Publishing.
And of course, I enjoyed some of your blogs earlier in the day too, because
I do blogs, I do podcasts, and all that other stuff. So you guys should definitely come check out my podcasts, and my blogs, my blog.
One of the things that I haven't figured out yet is with your guest appearances on The Big Bang Theory. You're an avid D&D player, Dungeons and Dragons, for those of you who don't know that.
Oh, yeah.
And yet, all the episodes that they play Dungeons and Dragons in the series, you never play with them.
Well, I'm not that's not part of my character, remember? I mean, Sheldon and I are, according to Sheldon, mortal enemies at one point, and then we're friends. And then I became Professor Proton, which made him mortal enemy again. But we're not, because you realize that I was the right person to be doing that. So
that's right.
Yeah, I love going on that show. It's a lot of fun. But this is the last season for Big Bang Theory, so there will be a lot more opportunities to see us. Unless, it probably won't be me. I probably won't get a role on young Sheldon.
Nah, that'd be pretty weird. Well, not necessarily. I mean, we'll see. I enjoy young Sheldon also. So now, I know that you also do some voice work in animation, and you've been in quite a few video games.
Oh yeah, Teen Titans and Teen Titans Go for voice work, and then all the games that I've been in. I mean, I love that stuff. Don't forget, I also went out to Las Vegas last time I was out here. This time out here with Steve, but I played in the World Series of Poker. Did you know that?
Yes, I know, with the Texas Hold'em and everything.
Yep.
So that's another thing I was thinking about. How about Dungeons and Dragons with live Texas Hold'em poker playing?
What? Say that again.
All right. Combine Dungeons and Dragons game with Texas Hold'em.
Well, I might have to, because I had to leave playing the poker online just because of the legal system that caused poker sites to have a focus on European and Asian markets instead of here in the United States. So I actually I left that. I didn't want to be part of that hassle.
I understand.
So maybe I should come up with so what would it be? You roll 12-sided dice to see if you get your hand? Instead of the river, you roll a dice, roll the dice. And if you roll the right dice, you keep the card. If you roll the wrong dice, you get a different card.
And if you end up bluffing and you get called on your bluff, you have to fight an ogre.
Yeah.
The potential's there.
No.
So, but anywho's, one other thing that I would really like to see you do is a drama. I think you have it in you because I remember some of
I don't do dramas. I do sketch comedy. I don't do dramas.
Most of this, exactly. That's the thing. I'd like to see you stretch yourself and do it because I think you have it in you.
I do stretch myself. I make beer. Did you know that I'm a brewer?
Oh, that's what I wanted to know. I have started to actually enjoy some better quality microbrewery type beers.
Okay.
The thing is, I'm more of an amber or a pale ale. Do you know what is the kind that you like to make?
I forgot. It's a stout beer. I like stout beers, but I forgot the name because I didn't come up with the name.
Yes.
One friend came up with the name, and I can't find it. It is called. It's Stone Ferging Wheaton Woot Stout.
Yeah, it does sound like a stout beer to me.
Yeah.
All right.
So, and then we didn't talk about who I'm a fan of. I'm a fan of the LA Kings. I'm a longtime fan of the LA Kings. So, go Kings, go Kopitar. Yeah.
Well, I do appreciate you stopping to Steve's studio and being on our show.
All right, gotta go. I gotta go take off. I will see you to infinity and beyond. I just messed all up.
Nanu.
See you later. Bye.
Bye. Oh, Steve's not talking about him this time. Ooh. Cool. He must be in a hurry. I bet you his limo's waiting for him outside already. It's one thing I like about Will. Oh.
Dude, he just disappeared. He like sparkly lights came up and everything, and he just disappeared.
Oh, no limo.
That'd have been a cool effect. That'd have been a cool effect if I could have done something like that, wouldn't it?
Oh, yes.
But I don't know how I would have done that. Let's see. I could have went like that.
There you go. Exactly.
How'd that look?
It looked really messy. Yes.
Yeah, that would work though, right? That does kind of look like it being beamed up.
There you go. Cool beans. All right.
That's what I should have done.
Yes.
Would have beamed him in and beamed him out. Why didn't you think of that? That'd have been awesome. So remember that for future interviews.
Yes.
When we do people like that, we can beam them in and beam them out.
Yeah, maybe we'll get Patrick Stewart to come in.
Okay.
So
I can do Patrick Stewart. I can cut the top of the head off too.
I just saw him in a movie with hair.
Yeah, it's funny. Isn't it?
It freaked me out.
I know, it's always funny.
The kid who would be king. He plays Merlin, the old Merlin, and he's got hair.
All right, so it's time to go on to our phrase origin story.
Yes, we have one.
And we've seen this phrase origin story called the phrase origin.
No, just a phrase. The phrase
is called. The phrase is what? What is the phrase?
The customer is always right.
Yeah, and a lot of people thought that was a Sears Roebuck.
It was not.
Phrase and saying, because they had that on their pencils. But who actually?
Well, first of all, the meaning is it's a trading policy that states a company's keenness to be seen to put the customer first.
Yes.
That's what it means.
Doesn't mean they're really always right.
Correct.
But who founded that? Who was the first one?
Marshall Field's department store in Chicago.
Right,
Marshall. In the late 19th century.
Yep.
Now, what makes this really interesting is Harry Gordon Selfridge worked at Marshall Field's and knew Mr. Field.
Yep.
And obviously learned the business there.
Well, this is the tie between you and I right here, too. Because Marshall Field's was a Chicago-based store.
Yes. Which I went to as a kid.
And where was Gordon Selfridge born?
Well, he was originally born in the Chicago area. Oh, no, Wisconsin.
No, he wasn't.
Born in Wisconsin.
You know, I tee it up for you how we're tied together. I'm from Chicago. You're from Wisconsin.
I'm not from Wisconsin. I am
from Wisconsin now.
You and I both lived in the Chicago area.
The Chicago area. You blew it.
One of us, lived in Chicago. Well,
actually, Selfridge. All right, so Selfridge.
Yeah.
So Selfridge grew up. Right. Whatever. Go.
he worked with Marshall Fields, and then he moved to London and created the Selfridges stores starting in 1909. And of course, he really promoted it there. So
we don't know who said it first. Nobody knows. Did Selfridge say it first, or did Fields say it first?
Correct.
So, we'll never know.
Nope.
But with that, us not knowing, I'd like to say, welcome to Bad Life Decisions. I want to thank you for watching.
And since this was a Bad Life Decision,
please subscribe, like, watch our other shows and channels. Go to whathappened.world.
Oh, over here? Over here? You sure it's over here?
Whathappened.world. You can connect up, see our Instagram, see our Facebook, go find out Fun Guy the Entertainer cooks for you, do all that fun stuff. And I want you to say thank you very, very much. Get 2 friends to watch and subscribe to our shows. I hope our podcasts are doing well. If you podcast guys ever want to see us, go to YouTube, check us out there. If you YouTube guys ever want to just listen to us, if you YouTube guys just want to listen, go over to the podcast. We're on iTunes and we are on Google Play. We got to get on iHeartRadio. That's next one. You got to figure out how to put us up over there. Just get that up over there. I just haven't had time. You have one friend that was supposed to help us. What's going on with him? He needs to help us.
I have no idea.
Yeah. All right. Well, I want you to live every day, and we'll see you at the next show.
Be genuinely positive, live and love life, and have a good one.
Be crazy, but you still amaze me.